Welcome back to Metal Rules TV.
Yes.
I have maybe some topics for the forum.
Can I ask one question real quick?
Yeah, of course.
I think my nails are too long because Brian said my nails are too long.
They are too long. There are.
Are they too long?
They're kind of creepy and rat-like.
Are they? What do you think?
Anybody? Yeah, everybody thinks they're too long?
Well, I definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Almost
I'd
old
say
man-ish.
too long.
All right.
I
Anyways.
can only imagine what your toenails look like.
Oh, you want to see them?
No.
Break them out.
So, I've been watching a lot of VH1 Classic lately because they have Metal Evolution, the show on there, and 7 Ages of Rock. I don't know if you guys caught that show.
Never seen either.
It's kind of kind of like the Metal Evolution show's documentary about metal in general, and then each show is kind of about an era. But they've also showed the Lemmy documents in Flight 66 recently, so I was just kind of wondering
That's a great
if you
movie.
guys have seen any of these kind of things, if you watch VH1 Classic, and if this is kind of the only resource we have as fans of metal to go to on the TV channel.
Well, I saw Flight 666.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I would say that we're going to be the new resource for metal.
That's
That's
a good
what I
answer.
believe.
We're going to be the new resource.
I believe.
Right.
Not VH1.
No.
Not
VH1
Eddie Trunk and
Classic.
those dudes.
But us.
VH1 Classic, not even VH1.
Whatever. Not that. VH1 used to be like an oldies channel or something. And now it's,
Yeah, I know.
Then it had all the reality shows.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to be metal.
Well, that's what it seems like.
I've always been metal.
Right. What would you guys?
97 was the year.
Yeah. JJ, have you seen any of the documentaries or?
Hell no, I have
Any
bunny
of the
ears.
TV shows?
It's over.
You have what? Nothing?
No, I have bunny ears. I don't see crap.
No. Not even on DVD.
JJ's got 4 channels.
No.
That's it.
I have 4 channels on Netflix and it's done.
And his wife's got to stand sideways, like she's got to stand like a ballerina for
And
them to
hold
get
up
into
the
reception.
aluminum
Yeah,
foil and be like, hey.
Oh,
it's very
wow.
awkward in that house.
If you got Netflix, you really should check out Battlestar Galactica.
You know what I checked out recently? The
Metal.
story of Anvil.
That
was-
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That has also been on VH1.
That was
Classic.
really interesting.
That was very sad.
Yeah,
It's a
it
good
was.
show, but you know what? To be honest, after I saw that show, I wasn't familiar with Anvil all that much. I mean, knew of who they were, but I saw it and then I said, "Oh yeah, I can see why they're not famous. They're just okay." You know, like, what? Come on, let's be honest. They're just okay. They're not great. They're not like, oh my god, nobody ever heard these guys. They're
It's
the best
true what
thing
he's
on
saying. I
sliced
mean,
bread.
they're a good band,
They're
but
good.
they're not the
I've been
best.
an Anvil fan for years, man.
But great?
They're,
Are they great?
They were different. They were way different.
Right. I mean, they're good, but are
I
they
probably
great?
shouldn't even be talking because I'm behind the camera.
it's
all
quite
right.
all right. You're part of the show. Thank you.
You can
Mike.
show your face if
Get
you
in
want,
here,
but
yeah.
let people know what's
Hold the
going on.
Nah.
There he is.
That's all I
There's a
got.
thumb.
All right.
That's it.
That's that was
Oh,
the
well, how
subject.
about the new Van Halen song, Tattoo?
What?
Oh, the new Van Halen song Tattoo is, when I heard it, sounds terrible. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like, you remember like David Lee Roth, he made a couple great albums with Steve Vai?
Skyscraper.
Yeah, and the one before that.
Yankee Rose.
Was it Eat 'em and Smile?
Eat 'em and Smile. You're right,
Right.
right. Yankee Rose was single.
And then he started making all these other albums with like, he had a song called like Sensible Shoes. I got my sensible shoes. They're $1.99
Right,
from
right,
Kmart, whatever. And then he did his little shoobity-doo-bop, bop, bang. And that's what that song sounded like. It sounded like an outtake from
Yeah.
like one of those like 4th or 5th level David Lee Roth albums
Yeah.
that Steve Vai wasn't even on.
No.
That's what it sounded like, and that's like what they're releasing as a single. Like, okay, I'm still gonna go out and buy it because obviously,
you're a Van Halen fan.
well, my son's name is David Lee Rappaport, so I'm a pretty big Van Halen fan.
Right.
So, but I'm hoping it's got to be better than that song.
Yeah. Do you think that you know? I think I've heard a lot of this new album is kind of pieced together old stuff and then regurgitated things that
They
they
claim
had.
that Tattoo
Well, that
was
song
from
that she's the woman is
Well-
definitely that song that they played at Cafe Wah.
Right.
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 That was definitely an old song.
But do you think this is kind of like a stepping stone? Do you think they'll do this album, do the tour, and then maybe they'll do an actual new album next time
You
around?
think they're not just going to regurgitate all the stuff from 1977?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Do you think there's anything
It seems
left in
pretty-
the tank?
It seems pretty insane. You would think that, all right, to me, what I've always noticed about bands is, and the first album is always the best album. And you know why? Because they had an entire lifetime to write that album.
Maybe.
The second album had 9 months.
Maybe. I hear that argument a lot, but I mean, look, I have not been in actual signed bands or anything.
Right.
But I've written songs when I was 12, and then when I was 18, I didn't use those same songs. You know what I mean? Like,
I just think it's
I
weird.
think that David Lee Roth still has some moves going. He still has some moves,
Yeah,
but
did you
the
see his
backing
dance moves
vocals,
in that song?
the backing vocals though, that's
I'm
sort of
You
talking
gotta have Michael
You don't like
Anthony.
the dance moves?
I
thought
did
they
like the
were, I
dance
thought they were
moves.
pretty
It's like the chicken dance.
rocking, yeah.
It's awesome.
it's like
Yeah, he does a good chicken
Yeah.
dance.
I still think David Lee Roth is super cool because he's like
I think he's still got style.
he's his own person, and he's like
Yeah.
he's the ultimate
Still got
front
some
man
style.
How do you
because
feel? How do you feel about Wolfgang?
How do I feel about Wolfgang?
The
He's just
backing
like this
vocals,
fat
man.
fucker that they have. I don't understand. Because you have Michael Anthony. Okay, he was a fat fucker too, but he was like the original part of the band.
the original fat fucker.
The Jack Daniels bass rolling around on the floor. He was not Michael Anthony's not the greatest bass player of all time, but he was Van Halen. And just to stick, oh, he's my son. And let's let my son be in the band. You know, be like it just doesn't work for me. I mean, it takes all this time to get David Lee Roth back in the band. Couldn't you get Michael Anthony too? It just seems like to me, I feel ripped off.
Yeah, it's not a full reunion without him.
I mean, they did this tour like a year ago, so like, or was it 2 years ago or whatever? They
Yeah, it
did
was a
this?
couple years ago.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. You made that up.
No, it was a couple years ago.
Couple years
It was David
ago.
Lee
It
Roth
never happened.
and
And San
No, no,
Diego
no.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
Didn't
No,
they
no,
just
no.
tour
Van
with-
Halen just toured they
Right.
toured with David Lee Roth a few years ago. How many years ago was that?
Wasn't it a split tour with
That was like
David Lee Roth and
More
Sammy
recent.
Hagar?
No, that was another tour. That I went to.
Yeah.
Right, it all blends together for those.
That's
of
what
us
Josh
that
thought.
That don't
We
care.
did.
No, I know.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
Josh,
I'm sorry.
calling you out on camera.
Wait, when was the tour with Gary Sharon? That's what I really want to know.
Was there even a tour with Gary Sharon?
I don't think so.
Did anybody like that album?
I think Nuno Betancourt liked that album.
I bet he.
I bet he hated it.
Why would he
No,
like
he
it?
probably hated it.
He was like, "Good, they broke up Extreme for this."
Fuck you guys.
Damn it.